What's up, Alpha? It's your boy, Alpha, man. Looking cute, looking clean, and looking sexy. I don't know what that was for, but we lit.
I was like I would 100% got stuck
I don't know
on
what it was
that.
about, but I felt like it was like a top G move. You know what I'm saying?
That was your body rejecting that last line you did.
What? I am 6. Oh, up above we got Monray. How you doing today, Monray?
Oh, good. Every time he says that disturbing line, though, it's just, you know, I ain't trying to hear. I don't care what he is or ain't. I don't need to hear. But you know what? It is what it is. Otherwise, I'm here. We just talking.
Listen, I'm trying to get our female demographic up. Hey, beside him, we have the one, the only legendary everything of Indiana. Bro, you got so many accolades, I don't know how to say them. It's Uniqo.
Hey y'all, man, good to be back. Good to be back as Joseph.
Oh wow.
Hard in the game.
Below him.
No, ain't no change. It's just good to be myself. I'm happy. I'm back. You know that guy that got the switch. I'm glad I could have my switch back.
And below him, we got the one and only legendary scumbag himself. It is.
That's the last apology.
aka Tori. How you doing today, my guy?
You already know. Your local neighborhood scumbag. Here to give folks a daily dose of dirtbag. Same gimmick, different day.
Let's go. And we got a few things to talk about. We just catching. I don't know how everybody doing. Did y'all have a great weekend? Did y'all have a great week? How y'all week going?
It's great.
Well, beautifully so far. I can't lie.
Joe had a fun weekend. Joe, what did you do this weekend?
Eddie.
I was a little outside my body.
Aaron Rodgers?
And I already did this on.
This is your MVP season.
I already did this on my show. Like, I swear to God, I'm not talking about this shit.
I want to talk about your MVP
I already did this on my show.
Aaron Rodgers just told us he had an MVP season after being outside of his body, and this is Joe MVP season. Listen, go.
No, like, I feel like if we need more views, then I can do that. Like, that's not a problem. It's just like after we stop recording, I gotta get back inside myself, and that's something I'm not used to.
If we wanted that, Joe, we should tell Tori to get this.
Let me help you, dog.
That wasn't the intent, but I certainly recall myself being in a good mood, and
you were hilarious. I enjoyed it. I thought it was lit.
My cousins told me all about myself the next day, and I understand and I get it. And
I wonder why.
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember what they said because I continued getting faded on Sunday, so I don't remember, but it's cool. I was straight by the time P Valley came on, but then by the time P Valley came on that I could actually watch it, I couldn't watch it. But it's cool, man. It's all good, man. I just think that, man, sometimes, man, you sometimes you can do too much, and
gotta know your limits.
You find yourself, and this is an honesty moment. You find yourself feeling ashamed of yourself a little bit, and I can say that. I think that I'm ashamed of how I carry myself, and the fucked up part is I think I was aware of me being ashamed of myself at the time, but I didn't care.
The inhibition.
Maybe it was some shit I needed to get out, but we talked about therapy a million times on this show and many others. But at the end of the day, man, we appreciate everybody that accepted apologies. And we just gonna go from there and just try and do better, because sobriety is a disease, and so you gotta sobriety is a disease, so you gotta find a different way to be happy.
Addiction is a disease, Joe. Sobriety is the answer.
No, sobriety is a disease, and you got to find ways that are holistic.
Yeah. I'm with it. If he
that are holistic for you to deal with it. So that like when you dealing with it, you feel me? Like, it's nice things like when y'all like and subscribe and y'all share our content. That shit makes me feel high. I appreciate that shit. That shit makes me feel faded when y'all show love to our channel. Like and subscribe. Make sure y'all share. Tell somebody else about us, man. We done came up a lot, man. We was in 1,900 when we first started this. Now we at 2250 at this point. We growing, and I appreciate that. That's what makes me happy. So keep on getting me high as fuck.
I can change my Batman shirt to a Superman shirt. Let's go.
I feel like Uniqo is giving one of those apology speeches. Like, he's just caught and doing something illegal, and you know,
I just want to let everyone know you will never get one
he's
of
just
those
like,
from me.
I did do that thing with that person. I'm on up to it, and I apologize for y'all seeing me exposed that way. But you know, this is me, and we're gonna move on as a nation and as a country. And
y'all gotta stay out my mansion looking for my documents, man. Stay out my mansion. Stay out my mansion, bro. Like,
not the raid.
It's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep. Stay out of my mansion. I'm not even there. I'm in New York. I'm in New York. You're in my mansion in Florida.
Let this nigga live.
Damn, y'all could at least like. And then it's the messed up part about the situation. I'm sure we have things to go on and talk about, but I'm just saying, let me just say this about the situation. Here's a little known fact. Like the FBI was like hit up Secret Service and was like, hey man, can we just do this without a hitch? Like they worked together. FBI worked with the Secret Service that's supposed to be protecting ex-President Trump's possessions. And apparently when he's not there, they just have a footprint that the Secret Service is probably there. You know what I'm saying? And they called them and they was like, listen, man, we ain't trying to make no big deal out of this. We really don't want nobody to know we did this. We just need to go in there and just grab this. No knock warrant in Florida. And we are going to open up the safe. We're going to open up everything.
Rick DeSantis said,
and the Secret Service was just like, shh, man, listen, y'all got it, bro. Because I know some
it's Rico's for everybody, even the former presidents and streamers. Everybody getting caught up in this web. If you got stacks, the government's coming for you, allegedly.
So there will be some Epstein confidential. Like who? Like, isn't that the most wild thing ever? Bro got he got replaced, right? And his solution to that was take a whole bunch of confidential files and put it into his mansion in Florida. That was the solution. And niggas was like, nigga, we seen you take that.
We finna go back and get it.
It took 2 years for him to be like, all right, yeah, like on some real stuff. He did brag about how he took a whole bunch of confidential files, but
on a public forum where everyone can see.
And then you told on yourself. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. Then you told on yourself and was like, hey, yeah, they raided me today. What?
It's true though. It's true. Stay within yourself. People, you're sitting there snitching on yourself. You're sitting there, we're doing apologies. We need to talk about Doja Cat.
Yeah, you're right. What is this? What is happening? I'm not understanding.
Nobody understands it. We just gotta go. So for y'all that don't know, Doja Cat is out here. She shaved her head. She shaved her eyebrow.
Yeah.
She's doing muscle poses and putting up like this, and then everybody is calling her, talking about, "Are you okay? Is everything good?" She looked like the people she was trying to impress on that. She gotta just get a red and white blue hat and just put it on and just be like, "Hey, I'm here now. I'm a skinhead." Get a Nazi symbol on the arm. Just go all out. I don't know what's going on with Doja Cat. Mate, your thoughts on Doja Cat? Explain this to us.
Don't come with that explain bullcrap. I ain't finna have none of it today. Like, bro, that goes along the line of to each their own. And if something is wrong, I hope you get the help that you need. Because
there we go.
That's all I can say. Because that kind of stuff is not. I don't want to say not normal, because the concept of being normal is, you know, a bit wishy-washy anyway. But that doesn't show mental stability, I guess, to say, when you like do that kind of thing on live, and it shows more like cries of attention and stuff. And it's just a bit confusing, because it's just like, you know, you were recently, you know, the last thing we saw Doja Cat for, besides, you know, her successful music career, the last thing we saw was more of, oh, I'm just going like old boy Busta Alpha, like trying to ask him about his friends' DMs, you know, and that's not really bad. So it's just all.
Yeah, I would say her shooting her shot with old boy. That's not a that shouldn't be.
That wasn't even like a month ago, I think. Something like that. Like it wasn't too long ago, and then now we go from that.
No, I'm not sure. Whenever Stranger Things season 4,
like we you know what? I'm just finna. Yeah, you go from that to now. I'm just finna shave my head. I think she did it on live, if I remember.
So there's more to this than shaving your eyebrows
off on live. I thought
there's more to this than that.
I don't know about her head. Her head was shaved too.
I was gonna say I saw her shave her eyebrows on live. I didn't see her shave her whole head. I saw that she was bald when she did it.
What are we actually talking about here? Did I miss something?
We are talking about a possibly straight rapper last grasp at virality. That's what we are talking about.
What we asking is, Tori said it perfect. Is this a cry for help? Is this a cry for attention? Is this?
She doesn't even need extra attention.
Well, some people need attention all day.
Hold on. Now listen, I don't want to say that because we don't know what she's. I believe thoroughly that once you make it to a certain point in the music industry and you have that much money being that young, I don't know about y'all, but if I was, because she's in her early 20s, I think, Nick, if I was 21 and had that kind of money, bruh.
You thinking about your eyebrows being shaved and shaving them off yourself?
I'm thinking there could be way worse stuff that happens to me than fucking eyebrows being shaved. Them bitches grow back.
On some real stuff. I respect the eyebrows to anything no, hold on. I think that's crazy.
I am hoping.
I think the eyebrows is crazy.
To stay relevant. I'm hoping that this isn't actually some deep-seated mental trauma showing itself because it very well could be. We don't know her life, and I'm not claiming to, but I hope. I hope for her good and for everyone that loves her's good and all that this is just a grasp at trying to stay relevant, and it's not some psychotic break, because that's not something I want anyone to have to deal with.
Yeah, psychotic break is,
even though I'm a scumbag.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's rooting for a psychotic break right now. I'm not, and I'm also not rooting for her to be as desperate. I'm not rooting for her to feel so desperate that she has to do shit like this either. So it's one of the other,
bro.
And I can respect one more than the other.
We watched Steve-O murder himself for years for fun, and this is tame.
But
she shaved her eyebrows.
Very tame, but it's in the news, and it's a thing that we notice happens with people that get fame. They seem to not be fulfilled sometimes, or sometimes maybe she wants to do that little breakout thing because she feel like she's being controlled, and this her sense of control.
Britney Spears did it. That's all. Britney Spears did it.
Somebody had her money for years.
No, this was before she became the shut-in extra. Like this was on the way there.
And we also heard this week about Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly. We saw that they tried to pay her $300,000 not talk about the swimsuit and all the stuff they had to do with Nickelodeon.
That's it. Nickelodeon came like that.
300,000. I was like, 300. My first thought is prayers to her and this industry could be sick. And 300,000 light, dog. Vince McMahon is paying out $5 million.
And think about how young she was.
You know what I'm saying? 300,000. Nickelodeon thought they were gonna get away with that tour. They found $5 million a piece more for Vince today.
I was about to say, bro.
Nickelodeon got more bread than that.
Oh, Vinny Mac was out here putting down dollars.
Put out $5 million for NDA.
I was saying they found $5 million more. He's up to $19 million. He's spending the company's money while he was.
I guess it comes down to the pecking order when it comes to like it was one person on the show. I can't remember if it was like the director, producer, or whichever, but it's one of the team members on the show, like one of the upper ranked team members on one show, and then it's the literal CEO of your entire brand for the last 50 years, basically. There's two different pecking orders. So I understand Vince being like, this can't get out, and Nickelodeon be like, shh, because it's two different things. Two different things.
They can fall back and blame it on somebody else.
And I'm not absolving. They're both bad, and they're both, should be punished accordingly. And you shouldn't be trying to pay people off. You shouldn't have that kind of stuff happen in your industry anyway. Not knocking that. I'm just saying that's particularly why.
But it seems like that's why I like doing what we do. Like we control this. It ain't nobody like, hey, go out there and do some strange Orlando Brown weird thing where you end up later on talking about Bow Wow got some bum ass. You know what I'm saying?
We just got to make sure. We just got to make sure that none of our members on our team, you know, Tori, Uniqo, gets caught in any kind of scandals or any kind of.
Just know he's gonna walk it back, ask for your forgiveness, and be better from there. Just know.
Like we said, Grandpa, make sure that nobody in our team, who are all good, upstanding members of the environment and of the world, Uniqo, Afro Comic, you know, make sure we're.
I'm a scumbag.
Good, upstanding members and don't get caught in those scandals.
Did y'all know a member of y'all organization beat up an old man?
Hey, listen.
What happened?
Talk crazy. People act crazy. It is what it is.
All I'm saying is like, man, I can't wear this Versace perfume. Somebody else can.
Versace.
Oh Lord, where how'd we get to this?
Because I thought you was doing scumbag stuff.
Tori being up racist. We okay with Tori being up racist,
Versace and then decided not to.
We support Tori being up racist.
Nah, but nah, man, shit, man. She going through something, bro. Like, I hope, but see, because nobody was on her team when she was on that doggone, like, that chat roulette stuff, saying what she was saying or whatever supremacist group she was in.
I do want to
where it was turning people on for her to call herself the N-word. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, she was getting paid for that though. There are people out there but degradation is a real kink, bro. So
that's fine. That's fine, but you don't do that there. You don't do that there. There's like somebody needs to pay you directly for you to drop that.
You got a Confederate flag out there just dropping it.
This is what you have to remember, is that we have to remember as people that are celebrities or rich or whatever, they are still normal people under all that money. Right. And they are just as crazy or go through a lot of the same issues or everything, just like we do. Like just Doja Cat, whatever going on with her, whether anything going on at all, because she might be fine, it might just be something that she's choosing to do.
Hopefully she's fine.
You know, it is what it is, or the whole Kanye situation. You know, we have to remember
he's not fine.
Maybe struggling or have issues just like we do regularly in our own four-room houses.
Like I said, it might just be an industry too. That the industry, you see Orlando Brown, you see Jeanette McCurdy, you see all these people.
Well, we already know
it can make you strange, especially when you got a bunch of yes people around you, people trying to control you,
and that frightens
all that stuff. I'm looking at the YouTubers that make millions. I'm like, y'all make mistakes, but y'all normal, right?
Some of them aren't though. Like, look at that. Who's the fat gay YouTuber? The one that wasn't always. He wasn't always fat. He used to be skinny.
But them people, you probably was.
Nick Nicotado. This dude, we watched him destroy his whole life on YouTube. Like, you go back and 5-6 years ago, this dude was like skinny, and he is morbidly obese now.
Choice that you got a little money
for the love of the internet.
That's the price of trying to become famous, which is also a danger when you ain't. But that controlled environment kind of ruins you too. Even though it probably make you safer because you're gonna risk your life and stuff. But you see, like Gideon and people that actually like figure life out as they go.
Down to earth YouTubers.
Now, like I said, you see the other ones like EDP and all the ones that do all the weird kid stuff, but they were doing that. From what I heard, they were doing that before they even got famous. So that's what them type of people. That just bring out what you are. So be careful out here, and prayers out for Doja Cat. Like I said, hope she have self-love and all that. I did a whole video on that.
She is not getting. I just want you to know that black women are not standing behind her.
Oh no! Hey, after that chat roulette thing, I don't think they with that.
Well, at least she knows she can wear wigs.
Got to the wig.
You know what I mean? So is it really that bad being bald?
Was she pay?
At least we know she can draw. She can draw the eyebrows back on.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I hope this is just her trying to reheat her career. I really do. This is a lot funnier if that's what it is than there being something.
I'm gonna leave that alone because like she didn't fall off
right now.
Like, why do you? You doing this? You doing this on as the headliner right now? There's no need for this. So something has to be wrong with it.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't. Was that not like that?
But the attention thing go back to her being on them chats and stuff, looking for somebody to give her attention. So I'm just thinking it might be attention. Yeah. It might be a call for help. Whatever she need, I hope she get it. Prayers up to the young lady. Even though she only 4 years younger than me, but prayers up to her.
I almost said something wrong.
Prayers up to her. Prayers up to her mental health. We don't want nobody to go through nothing. Hope she stays all right, because you know how these cases can end. So we don't want none of that.
Tell her I'm trying to see the Adonis pose next. She hit a decent front double. So, I mean, if she could pull off an Atlas, I'd be impressed. Check out Arnold Schwarzenegger for form.
Speaking of
what can you pull from that? Go ahead and segue. What can you pull from what he just said?
Listen, at the end of the day, until she comes out and says there's something wrong, she's still gonna get the jokes. Bruh. Like I said, I can be understanding, and I hope it. Like I said, I hope that that's what this is.
Tori, I had grabbing scalp. Speaking of things that get in bad, we have a swatting situation.
Ooh, that could end really bad.
So we just said, huh?
Adin Ross and Speed had the police called on them for a kidnapping, bombing, whatever, because of one of their fans, which is, if you know Soda Poppin' and people like that, they have been doing this to streamers for a long time. Get your VPN and get everything so they don't know where you are. But those accidents happen. Speed case is a little weird because Speed is the first YouTuber or Twitch streamer I've seen be actually handcuffed. Usually they don't get handcuffed. Adin Ross didn't get handcuffed or nothing, but it's kind of...
We don't know that, man. But they walked around his house pretty aggressively. Like they was holding the rifles real strong.
They were in there.
So definitely. You see, I have not seen it. It might be some they got arrested, but you know that situation can be very dangerous. And it came out that Speed was fake calling the police, even though he didn't actually call the police. It was somebody else, but he was pretending like he fake called the police, which led people to say allegedly and all kinds of stuff, and the internet is mad. By the way, before I go to Tori and see his thoughts on this, I probably said the most cancelable stuff on this show and nobody pays attention to it.
I think that's debatable.
Go to the old show, Joe. What we used to do, Joe. I went back and I was like, I say, wow.
I don't know, man. Things have taken a turn.
Yeah.
Listen.
As we've built our roster and as we've gotten more comfortable with each other, I'd like to say that's debatable.
I've definitely probably said some worse stuff.
I'm the new person, so I'm immune to that.
Don't swat people. That is because that's the thing. It's funny. It's funny as long as nothing really bad happens and we come through it and it was like, yeah, they got swatted. But we all know it's way too easy for it not to go that way. What happens when somebody, and it's happened before, that's the thing, people have got swatted and actually being killed by the police. Like, it's not, and like, I hate to say it, before I knew that the whole Speed initial thing was fake, I was almost in the mind of, I'd have swatted him too, man. You can't be prank calling 911.
You was on his ass on Twitter. You was on his ass on Twitter.
Like I said. And is that not what I'm saying right now? What I'm saying, when I was like, yo, because that's messed up. There are people out there really dying. You can't. First of all, I don't know if that's the prank. That kid needs help. Like, but maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just doesn't. He has
10.5 million
exactly
subscribers on YouTube.
And look, but that's the thing, the rise was so abrupt because this nigga just skyrocketed. Like, it wasn't no gradual build. He got used to the fame. He was in that Adin Ross stream that one time, and next thing you know, he's just as big. So I'm just saying, I watched that dude set off fireworks in his house. Do you know how slow you have to be to do that? like, I just mean in life, like, bruh, this next generation's kind of, and I'm a scumbag and I've done some dangerous things. I've made some horrible mistakes, but man, setting off fireworks in your house is just like, you gotta live there if it burns down, big guy. I just hope you know that.
And twerking while making videos and doing sports, that's probably not very helpful.
I don't even care that, bro. That shit don't matter. That's what got him popping. I'm talking about the stuff that can actually get him killed.
I'm gonna give advice. Trying to keep up with that momentum of doing wild and crazy things to get attention will get you in jail or dead. I'm just saying, because you're not gonna be able to keep topping yourself, and you gotta
look at what happened to. Take it to OG YouTube. Look at what happened to Daddy. You guys remember Daddy of 5?
I do remember that.
The dude, he used to have a family channel back in like 2015, and he ended up he got famous by doing pranks on his kids, and in the end, he ended up going to jail for like child abuse because they investigated and they were like, these videos are this is abuse. Like you are like. And that just came from trying to top himself and keep up in the YouTube zeitgeist. It's wild. People do crazy stuff for clout.
Bro, we've seen in the clout era, we seen Tekashi try to go after gangs. And now we can't see him no more. We see all these people that fell off talk crazy to people they shouldn't talk crazy to. And now you seeing the repercussions because a lot of these rappers leaving us too soon. You also seen
I mean, he just Jay the Youngin. He just
all this.
Like, bruh, these dudes are. It's not worth it, man.
Yourself is dangerous, but this ain't even got nothing to do with them. But I'm just saying, keeping that up to that extent could lead to a bad situation. I just don't want nobody to get in that. But swatting is bad, and usually it comes with either a jealous person in your community or your community just like, I want to see what happens if he gets swatted because I want to see how Speed reacts. I'm like, no, this is a little different.
Yeah.
Joe, your thought?
Yo, that's why shit ain't cool, man.
We black, bro. That don't work the same for us.
That is not cool, bro. No, like
anybody. I mean, of course not, because even I mean, it's worse when you're a black person, especially here in America. But I'm saying anybody. Swatting is persona non grata.
Just saying, there's a freedom with guns nowadays. There's more of a freedom with obtaining guns, and there's more of a freedom with young people being 18 and 19 and 20, 21 trying to be a fucking streamer. And what happens when the police bust in your crib because somebody swatted you and you trying to be a tough guy, instead of when they say get on the ground, you try to up the strap thinking that you about to catch a body on stream. And your ass get lit. You get lit up. Now you dead. And the police gonna be like, well, somebody called us and told us, so we had to approach this situation as if there wasn't some YouTube ass kid getting swatted. Now, do I think that the police should try and keep an eye on some of the bigger streamers and stuff around here or in their community? I think that should they do that? So like when they say, oh, Joe kidnapped somebody, no, they should have, when they hear Joe Jones, they should be like, man, we need to approach this with caution. Let's knock on the door, this, that, and the third, because he hasn't shown himself to be like that, blah, blah, blah. But instead, man, I'm surprised that nobody from that police department, they didn't know Adin Ross at that point in time. Now, Speed, I don't know, nobody on the internet, I don't know his real name, but I'm just saying, like, you know, maybe the police don't know.
The IP address is over.
But I'm just saying, you say Joe Jones, bro. You know what I'm saying? Joe Jones is got somebody kidnapped. Like I would expect for the police, because I'm a prominent person in the community. Maybe I'm not prominent for the community, but y'all know where I'm from. Y'all know where I'm at. So when the local Yorktown Police Department come through or whatever, y'all got to know it's me and proceed cautiously. Because like I said, all it takes is for one person to try again to get some clout and just be like, yeah, I caught a body on stream, y'all. But no, that's your ass catching 50 bullets to you because they just lit your ass.
You're a body that got caught on stream now.
And that's where I'm at. That's what I think about it, man. But y'all some weak ass niggas for swatting people though, for real. You are putting people in a fucked up situation. That's just not cool,
you
man.
Don't understand. Really even we said black, but even anyway, I think a girl got swatted that nobody knew, a smaller streamer. I think they actually shot her. I think her boyfriend went out and tried to pull a gun because he heard people in the backyard. I think he pulled a gun or something. I think I heard that. And then I'm saying,
why would you not?
Backyard, Swatting.
Yeah, like, bro, somebody crashes in your house, you're gonna, bro. If someone kicked in my door right now, I would get the gun out of the closet, and if it was the cops, I'd be done.
Yeah, it's dangerous. I don't know why. It's not funny. It wasn't funny when Soda Papa do it. It's not funny when you stream snipe IRL when you come by to do it. Like, I know everywhere you be. Now, that's creepy. You a stalker, bro. And just imagine how bad some of these Twitch girls get it. Oh my god.
No, I know they get it real bad. They get harassed more than anybody. Them niggas is weird. Real.
Creepy. Because it's one thing when niggas hate you, but when a nigga loves you, and is that, I think that's almost more dangerous than a nigga following you that hates you.
Sometimes I'd rather y'all hate me so y'all don't come around me than be a dude.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm perfectly fine with being hated.
We gonna like Monte, but I heard Amaranth tell a story that this dude from England sold his house and all his belongings to stay at a hotel across the airport to know when she come in from the airport. Every time she leaves, just so he can know where she at. And with no money and no house, he ain't got nothing. He just saved all.
But with as much money as she makes, she is equipped to where, bro, she can have security forever. Bro, she's making 8 figures.
But Tori, I said about Tekashi, you don't want to live like that. You don't. It's good to be free.
No, but there's a difference. There's a difference living like that as a streamer girl and living like that as a rat.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of. You don't want to live with security every day you go. Like, that is not fun.
But it's nice to be able to if you can afford to.
But I'd rather, if I had to, I would. It's nice to be able to do it, but at the same time, it's not like.
Well, I think, bro, once you're a celebrity, and you make that kind of money, and you have that kind of audience, you sort of have to look at because in a way I equate streamers to singers almost in this modern age. Like, there are kids out now who couldn't tell you what the latest song was, but they can tell you who their favorite streamer is.
People like KSI and Logan Paul who don't have security all the time with them. So
yeah, but look at, bro. Well, that's what I'm saying. Once you make it to, if you are, because chances are you probably won't make it to that, unless you do. But
you don't want to live your life for security every day.
That just all that can come from good old internet.
Monterey, tell us about the dangers of the internet. The internet, swatting and all that other stuff.
No, being swatted, bro. Being swatted. Leave it at that. Don't go on the dangers of the internet, nigga. We can go in all types of
stuff. On like this extreme moral high ground.
Nobody else had to talk about this.
No, I know that Monte's a scumbag like me deep down. He just keeps it on the inside. He's like, y'all. He's like,
always tries to put me on this moral high ground. He's like, no, come on, bring it back.
Hey. Not me. I treat everybody equally. We're all scumbags, just a little bit. Some of us just show it more than others.
I can keep this simple. Right. Do not swat people, which is do not call the cops on some fake charge on them if you happen to know where they live at or anything of that nature. Do not dox people, which is the difference of do not put their public or private information on the internet for anybody to see. They don't want you to see. Do not harass people. Like, basically, do not spread negativity or put somebody in danger over the course of the internet. Like, we gotta get out of this mentality where we all can be brave behind a computer screen. Like, no, like, please believe karma's a thing. I promise y'all karma is a thing. Karma is such a thing. But do not do that, because one of the worst things you can do to anybody, male, female, child, old person, I don't care. One of the worst things you can do to somebody is take away their sense of security. Like, if a person does not feel safe in their own home because you do something like that, that is horrible. And like there are people all over the internet. There are people on TikTok. There's plenty of stories out there of people, being doxxed, being swatted, anything of that nature. Like, it's even streams on Twitch of people being swatted midstream, which is one of the worst things you would ever want to see on there. It's just, bro, nah, you don't want to see that. So do not spread this negativity. Like, there's no sense in doing that. There's way easier ways to do practical jokes. Bro, I know I'm of the older generation. Not that I'm old, but I'm of the older generation. You know, what we used to do for fun, to screw with people that we weren't supposed to do, we'll make crank phone calls. That's the best thing we'll do at that time. Which is, yeah, that's
like ding dong ditch, but don't do that anymore. Ding
I mean, like, come on now. Like, we went from that to calling the police on people.
I know the other name for it.
That's what we got into now. Like, come on now, people. Like there are things you can do for fun or to mess with people that won't cause them any mental or physical harm. I understand that. And even some jokes go too far. Hence, just look at plenty.
I know. You can never go too far with a joke. If it's said by a comedian, I stand, bro. We gotta stop.
I ain't talking about like no verbal jokes. I just mean like practical
jokes. On that one. Jokes are funny.
Well, even verbal jokes can go too far.
I don't.
You can go too far on verbal jokes.
We can.
You can't go too far on verbal jokes. If you're doing an extremely touchy subject that they really don't want joked about and they're not comfortable about, and you joke on it, you can go too far.
But like, that's how people become comfortable with stuff, though. That's what people.
I mean, like, bro, like, take an example. If knock on wood, let's say, I don't want to use that example because I hate that concept. Let's say a comedian is joking on somebody in the audience, and their dad just passed away, and they know that, and they decide to go in on some dad jokes and funerals and stuff.
I don't see a comedian doing that, though.
You go. I will go too far. Like, there are a lot of comedian stories of them being like, bro, I went too far and all that kind of stuff like that. Hey, Dave Chappelle done had segments about like when he was getting John, not that he necessarily went too far, but when he was getting like
I don't know Dave Chappelle say he went too far. He usually Dave doubles down.
No, I said like Dave. I said I'm just saying like that's an example. Like you can go too far. Not that Dave went too far. Just he can tell you stories of people thinking he went too far and just trying to get on him and everything. Bro, all of Netflix that had to stand behind him. Because people, even though
but if you antagonize a comedian, in my opinion, it's one thing if a comedian decides to randomly go in on you and they know something about you and it just that's it. Like they don't know yet, but you can go too far on jokes. But I'm saying if you are in a state where you feel like something's going to set you off like that, don't go see a comedy show if you know that it's because people go and see these comedians that they know are going to be bad, and then they get offended, and it's like, what were you?
Okay, yeah, I understand that point, but I initially meant like practical jokes, like heaven forbid, all these videos I done seen of people wiping people wiping my players for a joke. God bless your soul. People who want to wipe away these NBA my players that have been sewn in for years as a joke, don't do it. I done seen people cry. I done seen people get relationships get ended. Don't do that. So like you can go too far, but I'm just saying do not spread negativity over the internet. Don't put somebody in danger. Like come on, man. Like we got to get to the point where we don't use the internet for malicious intent like that. Like I mean, come on, man. Like we can be kids or whatever. Like swatting, bro. Like what happened to ding dong ditch? You know, press their doorbell and run. Like hanging out. Like this is what we got.
Even do that now. People are trigger happy.
The point we got where our fun is literally in removing somebody's security of their own house, or like literally ruining their own mental health or something like that. That's our considering of fun. No, like that has to stop. Stop that. Stop that spread. In that all that you know people that doing that, shut that mess down. Like don't do that, especially when you're doing something like swatting or anything or doxing and they find out it's you. Oh, bro, you gone.
Oh yeah, you're getting prison time, bro.
You gone.
You're getting nothing for swatting if you get caught.
Straight up, because most likely you doing it to people that are like of some kind of status, whether they're like a streamer or some kind of pseudo internet famous person that's gonna have reach. Oh shoot, it's over with. It's over with. A reach and a GoFundMe. Oh, you behind bar. Don't do it. Don't save yourself.
And you pay for their whole lawyer.
Go play a video game for some fun. Like go something on Call of Duty.
My VPN send y'all to a dangerous hood in Memphis.
Let's go.
I know the hood at. I know where the hood at. But we got one more topic, and we're gonna get into the fan portion of the show. Even though it's kind of sad too, the DCEU is going up now. It is going up, and it appears to be in flames, but they are trying to tell you it is secure. They have a 10-year plan. They have canceled every movie and every show besides 4. But they have a 10-year plan. It's gonna be like the MCU, and they're gonna set it up. And their star, who's gonna star it all, who are they sticking behind, is out here getting felony crimes, kidnapping charges in 3, and assault in another state, and have 14-year-old girls walking around with bullets in their mouths, allegedly, walking around with them with a gun in his hand.
Allegedly.
And his name is the Flash because they can't catch him. Erza Miller, he is now charged with a crime, but we can talk about that too. But we talking about the DCEU and their plans to compete with Marvel. We heard today Black Canary is still in the works. Batgirl is canceled. The Gotham Knights is canceled, which I kind of wanted to watch, but it is what it is.
I don't want to see none of that.
Gotham Knights story.
Keep on rolling. You'll get it.
Gotham Knights is interesting story, so I was interested. Even though I'm pretty sure DC will somehow. DC does a good movie every 5 years. When did the Joker come out? When did the Joker
You're very
come out?
generous.
2019 or
When did it
18?
come out?
Well, I thought it was 2017.
What did there? I think it was.
You talking about this new
no,
Joker?
Let me see.
Oh no,
The movie
Joker was
Joker.
2019, I think.
So
2019. You're right.
every 3 years, I can
Yeah,
give because the
Joker was
Batman was pretty
2019.
good. So they come out with one, and then they have a bunch of trash in between.
Yeah,
And two.
those are the only 2 good ones I can really think of. Recent,
Yeah, so
the last
every
couple
once
of
in a while
years.
they'll pull one out the hat, and I guess you consider the Snyder Cut, which was supposed to be what 2016, 2017, when it was supposed to come out, but they had
Whenever.
Yeah, man, I don't know why they didn't just drop that movie. That I will never understand, bruh. Like, if you'd have just dropped that from the beginning, you'd have been gravy. No one would have been like, "Oh, where's the black suit?" You wouldn't have got all the, like, bruh,
Yeah, Wonder Woman didn't hit.
Decisions.
at all. Neither
Man
of
of Steel
them.
was pretty
it was long.
okay-ish.
That's the only I had about Man of Steel. I was like, bro,
Oh,
you
I
could have cut this movie down 30 minutes. I would have liked it.
They just don't know how to flesh out stories in a timely manner. They
Like
just
it was
nah,
a
nigga,
part
it's
of
4
Man of
hours if you
Steel
want it
where
to be good.
Superman and we would know it was getting to the fight, and then he met the army, and we know he's supposed to fight his uncle, but it's supposed to be he meets the army, and they have a conversation that take too long that ain't even important to the story. I'm like, you could have cut all this out, and it could have been good.
I think that was pretty good. I think that was pretty good story
Just
development.
show me Zod and Kal-El fighting. Damn, it ain't that hard.
Yeah.
Flesh him out.
Yeah,
Flesh out
Tell
Clark
us the
Kent.
story of them. I don't care about this other story that you got going on inside it. Not important to the story. Monterey, can the DCEU be saved?
Of course it can. We've discussed this before. Like we acting like it's DC. Like it's too big of a universe and too big of a property that has too many good storylines and ventures and other avenues. Because please believe NetherRealm Studios ain't got a problem with a video game run to DC. I promise Injustice 1 and 2 have no issues with them. The DC animated verse ain't got no issues. They got plenty of storylines. You can jump from days. They ain't no problem. It's just the movies. And like the movies, it can easily be saved. Want to know how? It's not even hard. We done came up with a few different ways. But since they want to be stuck on Erza Miller for whatever God knows reason, this is all they got to do. It might require.
We got pictures of somebody.
It might require some reshoots, but I'm telling you all they got to do. All they got to do is do Flashpoint. Like you can continue to do Flashpoint. Kill off Erza Miller's character because in Flashpoint, Flash does die.
Not even Flash can outrun death. Yo, that's smart.
Kill off Flash in Flashpoint and then just use Flashpoint to redo the verse to where you keep Wonder Woman, you keep Aquaman. You can keep their movies even in there because their movie can still be canon technically. You can keep both of their movies. You can keep the Batman if you want. You can choose the Batman because you got Robert Pattinson that you just did, and you got the one that was from Justice League. You can keep either Batman. I don't care which one you choose, but you can do both Batmans, and then depending on you can work something out with Superman. That's a whole nother monster. I don't know if they can work on something without.
Flashpoint's a good idea though, but didn't they do that in the Flash show already? So that's probably why they're trying not to do it.
I don't know if they can work. Not really. I mean, I don't care what they do in the show. Nobody cares about the show when it comes to the movies. Like,
No, I was gonna say people act kind of picky. There's a.
No, I'm not saying they don't care about. I'm saying like when it comes to the movies, you're not gonna care about the show because you know they're different. Like we're not looking for Supergirl in the DCEU right now. We're not looking for Supergirl and Green Arrow right now. Like no, so like we can keep them separate.
Green Arrow was fire for the first few seasons, though.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying they're not worried about it.
Like if they did the shows like that, they could do what Marvel does and sort of work them into the, and it won't break canon because Stephen Amell's a good actor. He just is.
It's all they got to do. Run Flashpoint, kill off Flash. This might require some reshoots for the end. Run Flashpoint, kill off Erza Miller's character to be done with him. Make up a new Flash. You ain't even gotta like you ain't even gotta show Flash. Hey,
I hope they listen to this because you really might have the way out.
You don't have to show Flash. Do like you did for Superman at the end of one of the other movies. Just show the bottom half of Flash running or some crap like that. That way you can introduce Wally West. No problem with that. You can introduce Wally West. Keep
and he's a better Flash
Aquaman, figure out which Batman you want to use. And if you can work someone out with Henry Cavill, fine. If you can't, drum up a new Superman and just start there. You can start, all of them can be separate. Everybody can be separate. You can have their own solo movies to introduce themselves to each other. You have Cyborg solo movie. You can get John Jones, the one you were gonna play for Martian Manhunter, get him back in here. You could literally, it wouldn't even be starting completely over, but you could just start fine without any major issues. But you know, that's up to them to do.
Yo, DC, take notice. This man just out of your own intellectual property library. He just gave you the
10 years, bro. You could do that in 5. Because all you need is a Cyborg solo movie, a new Superman movie, a Batman movie, which you already got Robert Pattinson, so you just do the second movie out there and just add some post-credit scene crap to just link them together. Use Martian Manhunter to bring them all together, just like you did in the animated show, because in the animated show, none of them were with each other until Martian Manhunter's freaking people came and invaded. Literally use that.
Doomsday Clock and fix it too.
Like, it's not even hard. Like, that's all they got to do. Use Flashpoint to redo how you wanted to. Kill off a couple of characters, and if you can't work another one out with Henry Cavill, get a new Superman and be done with it. Not even hard.
Yeah.
They really do. They have, if you really stop and think about it, they really do have a lot of stories that can sort of fix their continuity problem. Like, they've played in time and space a whole bunch.
Bro, Flashpoint is the easiest one to solve all because you need to get rid of Ezra character. Literally use Flashpoint, wipe him out, and replace him with Wally West. It's not hard. You can literally replace him with Wally West and be done with it. Like, matter of fact, if they don't find somebody quickly, they can get hair dude really quickly and just have him in a lab. And you ain't even got to activate the whole Flash mist. Just have some orange character from the back. Be like, hey, Wally, what you doing? Yeah, I'm just working on an experiment. That'd be a post-credit scene. Straight up. You ain't got to say nothing else. You ain't got to show him from the front or nothing. You just have some orange hair character in the lab on the back to be like, hey, I'm just experimenting over here, bro. Don't worry about it. That's it. They ain't got to do nothing else.
And to Monte, I agree 100% with Monte. And also, don't try to force the Justice League too fast. That's another. They have individual stories that you can tell with each character that can sell you for years before you need the just make us care. One thing, the reason Marvel worked is because we had all these characters on TV for a while. That's what I'm saying. And then they came together like, oh, they had their individual stories. Now they're together. Now it's cool. These people I care about. What they did, they made Man of Steel and they basically put him with Batman. Instant. Batman didn't even get a movie.
Right out the gate.
Batman just was in Superman. And then Wonder Woman showed up and they all together before they even had a movie. And I'm like, we got Aquaman before we got an Aquaman movie. Huh? We got Wonder Woman before we got a Wonder Woman movie. You just forced the Justice League into a play. And it reminded me what
it was. I think it was okay though.
Until you didn't care about it no more.
It wasn't.
If you
it wasn't okay.
Snyder Cut would have been fine. It would have been fine. I'm with Uniqo. That would have been fine. You just
like if you want to flesh her out later, flesh her out later.
Snyder Cut came out after they movies though.
Yeah.
No, like the regular Justice movie they came out with in theaters.
I'm talking about
Snyder Cut.
It was garbage.
Aquaman came out before the Snyder Cut came out.
Okay, we need to be done talking about the original Justice League. Let's just be done and say Snyderverse is it. The Snyder version that's it. So let's work off of that. If that had came out first, which it didn't.
That universe.
Because they have to hire Snyder again.
They're done with it.
That might be like let's take out the let's just stick to let's just stick to the story the story that's being told and how it was being told.
I don't even know what story was being told at this point.
Are they realizing that they
wrote this? That's why they sticking with it, Joe.
Are they realizing that they could have saved themselves making more movies? They could have saved money if they had just did the Snyder version first.
Without his mask.
What'd you say, Tor?
In the movie, I'm serious. Like we ain't even seen his face really. So
who?
You could switch him out, I guess.
Bruh, I already told you, just run Flashpoint, kill off his character, and replace him with Wally West. This is not hard.
I don't think it's hard to replace Ezra Miller, and I don't know why they grabbing his dick like this. Because
he's got pictures of somebody, bro. He's got something.
I didn't like him. I didn't like him as I didn't like him as Barry West anyway.
To be honest.
Or Barry, whatever the hell his last name.
I didn't
Barry Allen. I didn't like him as that anyway.
I didn't care for him when he was a wizard or not a wizard. I have ADHD because I'm still, in my opinion.
I have ADHD.
He was decent in what's the movie? The Wallflower joint. He was in that jazz. I think that's the only decent movie. Perks to Being a Wallflower. That's the name of the movie.
Hold on, let me tell you this.
Try to get your feelings, jazz.
Why would you this is not the 60s and 50s where somebody has to have prior traits in order for your character to make sense. The nigga did not have to be ADHD to be the Flash, bro.
They want a certain realness, Joe.
Man, fuck that. Dude, he was a good ass detective in goddamn Circuit City. And I'm just
I mean, I'm not knocking him because the real Barry Allen is way older than the one they had in the movie. The one that had the movie was in his teens. Barry Allen's in his 20s, if not 30s.
Yeah, I was gonna say Barry Allen was an adult when he got his powers. This nigga was working for a whole engineering company, some shit. Like he wasn't no you know what
CW, if you had to figure out a way to get in CW Flash on there.
CW Flash was good, bro. In the beginning, I like CW Flash.
That budget was trash, dog.
Okay, I get all that. I'm just saying, like, if y'all had to say it, bump it, he's in the DCEU.
Well, he didn't meet him though,
and he knows how to be the Flash. He's not out here endangering children.
He's not. He's playing his part. I don't even know what roles he plays anymore because everybody's gonna be like, man, he was the good Flash.
Yeah.
And I did see somebody tweet. They said, what if this was some kind of like ploy where they put all this information out about Ezra Miller and it turns out that he's actually like, Dr. Zoom.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Now that's telling me like, okay, you trying
to fake police reports.
He's really in a reverse Flash trying to make Ezra Miller look bad. I can live with that.
I think they're doing this movie because it's supposed to be a reset on the DCEU. So they are determined.
And again, to Monray's point, that doesn't. You could have saved money with the Snyderverse.
That's the reason they're trying to get this movie. They do not want that man verse here.
We've been talking about this damn movie for 8 years.
Dead.
He was bad to work with, bro. They do not like, bro. They hate him.
That's fine if you hate him. They've been talking about this movie since 2014.
Yeah, but why you gonna give that much money to someone you hate?
Are they not keeping tab? Are they not done? Are they done? Are they done filming?
They've been done filming. This movie's coming out 2 years ago.
Look, bro, they went and asked Marvel for help before they had Snyder do another movie, bro.
Bro, you know this movie gets pushed back.
That's crazy.
So next year?
Bro, it's August and we haven't seen the first trailer.
Flash is supposed to come.
Like, I want y'all to realize it's August. We haven't seen the first trailer.
Yeah,
not even a trailer. Before your grandpa go, not even a trailer. We ain't even seen the first poster of this movie.
When did he have time to shoot it?
People realize don't get pushed back to 2023. You got to realize this.
Oh, so they just waited, bro. If you just waited out COVID and now you're scared to fucking nix this movie because
Miller got so much time to be from state to state committing crimes. He ain't got no movie.
There's not even the first poster. Like, be mine. There hasn't been a poster of the movie, bro. We in August, and it's not even the first poster of this movie, let alone the first trailer.
Yeah, but he's sort of doing a free press run right now. Look, we were talking about this, and we didn't even see the poster for this movie. Nothing. I mean,
I need to be in this room with all these millionaires and billionaires. I need to be in this room with them to ask them, what is the holdup? Move on with your life. You made millions and billions of dollars. Now, some of it may have been just given to you. I get that, trust funds and all that stuff, but I understand that. But any person with any type of sense is just going to try and get this shit off us. Get Ezra out of here.
If the movie's done, just throw it out and be done with it.
Be done with it, bro.
Tell that to Discovery, because they're the ones who bought WB movie rights. So
okay, well they know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but Discovery's probably trying to salvage their investment right now, and they're not. The returns not looking so good, so they're like,
it'd be fine if they just went ahead and did my idea. I promise they'd be good in 5 years. Bro.
But we can say what we want when they drop this Flash movie. We're gonna watch it just to see what the
Flash movie.
You know what I mean?
Oh, the Flash movie. I'm not gonna watch it in theaters. I'll wait for it to get released.
Right there, dog. Just put it on there.
Come on now. Scumbag. I ain't watching. The only movie I'm going to see in theater is One Piece. What are you talking about? Oh, I wasn't thinking about Black Panther's still a while away though.
Yeah.
That's 3 months.
One Piece is coming to America next month. It's already the biggest.
Are we still
selling One Piece?
I'm gonna segue away from Erza Miller if y'all don't mind. Are we still like 9 or 10 days away from Dragonball Super American release?
Bro, nobody cares about the movie already, though.
Joe for nobody cares. Joe the one dude.
I'm waiting, bro. Is there English dub out now? Is there English dub out now? I'll watch it tonight.
No, because the movie has to come out in theaters for the English dubbed.
No, they haven't had an English
version, so
will I be the only one in the movie theater? I'm gonna be the only one to get that fucking merch, my nigga. I'm gonna be the only one to get the movie theater.
You gonna get the little plastic card they put out there that's gonna give you the little bio on Piccolo and Gohan.
There'll be some diehard Dragon Ball fans there. Like, I ain't worried about that.
There's definitely.
I've
but
seen
I guarantee you, most of the fans that are going to see it dubbed have probably already seen it subbed, or there are people. It's going to be people taking their kids to see it.
Let's go. Let's hope it trends when it comes out. So I can make a video.
I'm hyped for this One Piece movie because I know the Japanese audience isn't indicative to the American, but there are parts they get so hyped in that movie. I'm like, I'm here for it.
But
is it live action?
No.
Oh, okay. God. Oof.
Ain't no live action one bit, bruh. Listen, let the show come out, and I have slight faith in the One Piece show because Oda took a month off to go down and watch them film, and Oda does nothing but greatness. So maybe by proximity, he'll make the live action good. But if it's bad, I don't even care.
Oh God! Somebody choking on all that Oda wank. Oh God! It happened again.
Hey, bro, he is the greatest mangaka of all time, bar none.
Oh God! But his manga's not finished yet, so we can't say that. Oh God!
I've reading this story for 20 years. I don't even care.
And it ain't done yet. Therefore, we cannot say
fairy tale for most of it, and then that last chapter ruined the fairy tale for
the story.
But to be fair, Tori, and this is I'm halfway trolling, but I am serious. You cannot call a story the greatest story ever written if it's not finished.
Well, listen, numbers wise, it's the highest selling fictional story ever.
The second highest fictional selling comic book behind I think Superman or something. That's one thing. Second, it's the selling highest mangaka comic book in history. That's true. Sales of everything else and popularity, anything outside of Japan is not the same.
Over 5 billion
it's not the most popular anime or mangaka in America. It's only in Japan like this.
Gintama number 2 in Japan, and Gintama ain't popular at all in America. That shit dead over here.
I was gonna say Gintama's not popular.
Gintama be seen everywhere. When I went to Japan, he's on every poster everywhere. I'm like, nobody in America I talk to have ever seen this anime. Beside me. That's amazing anime, though.
All I'm saying is 5 billion is an outlandish number. selling over 5 billion. I was about to say, bro, I'm pretty sure he just got a Guinness World Record for it. Like literally.
I'm honored for that. But it will be a lot of anime that would say the same thing if they were out for 22 consecutive years.
No, because look, you've got stuff like Case Closed. It's been out just as long. Dragon Ball Z has been running.
No. Case Closed is not a progressing story. Case Closed is in the same spot for
I'm saying, these guys are still, look, even Kubo came back to this race. He was like, let's finish out.
That's the thing about it. Like every other big three and all the other anime stopped for dang near a decade. And One Piece had a continuously
didn't even take a break damn near.
Like,
here's Boruto, everybody.
One Piece
after 10 years.
Literally the Simpsons.
After 10 years. But like, I'm saying, like, you know, I'm giving One Piece his props, but it comes from the longevity of if I have a new manga with a progressing, advancing story for 20, we're in 2022, so for 24 years, basically, a new progressing story every week without stopping. You're supposed to get those kind of numbers as long as it's a good story. The problem with Case Closed
that's what I'm saying.
They haven't changed.
The testament is to Oda here, who has managed to put together this story consistently, meet these crazy deadlines. Like,
but it's not the best until it finishes. So we have to evaluate the story.
Mangaka that when they write, they get sick. Oda has not been sick.
Like, bro,
like, I'm hearing people be near death of writing Black Clover, and
it's just manga. These deadlines are killing these niggas. Like,
I'm honoring Oda. I promise you, I'm honoring him. He good with me. Like, the thing about it, you cannot say this is the best story ever written, and the story's not done, because until I see your ending and how I'm gonna come to the end.
Listen, Monte, I'm gonna meet you in the middle, and it's the best story so far.
It's a good story, but I can't say that. Because
I know stories with 26 episodes that got better story than One Piece.
Like I'm saying, like, for example, if I take, let's say One Piece is like what 80% done. It's farther than that, but let's say 80% done.
Because you got 5 years left.
No, hear me out. So if One Piece is 80% done, let's take 80% of most other anime. 80% of Dragon Ball Z would have been the end of the Android and Cell saga, which would have went down as the greatest anime in history, bar none, if it was out there. For Naruto, if you ended at 80%, it would have ended somewhere around like the
I was gonna say right when people were fired up. Naruto's only 600-700 episodes.
If Bleach ended at 80%, it'd have been at the end of the full branch.
Okay, listen, Bleach was horrible though. Like the anime, you got to think the way when the first Bleach came out. While Bleach was still running, like it messed it up, and then they couldn't end it. So I give Kubo a little bit.
80%. I can't give you that. It has to finish. Like that's
Yu Hakusho could have finished that.
Harry Potter is the greatest story ever.
About Bleach,
and Harry Potter, and I'll stop Harry Potter at the Prisoner of Azkaban. No, or like stopping it like the Order of the Phoenix. No.
I want Oda to take his time. I'm happy with the pacing of the story right now. We're about to get some filler chapters that people are going to bitch about, even though there's not actually that much filler in One Piece. There's literally, check the numbers, there's maybe 100 episodes. Now go check Naruto's numbers. It's like triple that in filler. Yeah, and not as long.
Before we get off.
Listen.
What's an anime y'all wish they push more? I think Maki. Maki should have been pushed more. Like,
what you mean push more?
That should have been pushed to the moon. They didn't press like that.
I think Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. The fact that they only did
like promotion and like put more in the forefront.
In Japan, yeah, it's a specific time slot that One Piece and Dragon Ball get, and it's one below that some anime should have got over the anime that got the. It's like right before Dragon Ball Z came out, Dragon Ball Super, and One Piece, and then it's like. And it's an anime before that, it's like the prime time.
I got a homeboy that swears that's Gintama that we're talking about. Right?
So you're saying anime that we feel should get like more forefront, more notoriety.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Somebody should have got the Gintama. I think Baki could have got the Gintama slot.
Yeah,
Baki does it have to be Japanese?
But how are they going to do the ogre thing? Anytime we talk about Baki, I'm going to bring up
to be honest.
How's Netflix gonna do when Baki's out here taking man booty? Not Baki, but when Yujiro's out here. Because bro, it's gotta happen. If they're gonna keep following the manga, Yujiro Hanma, he's the demon in more ways than one. He
I mean, the ones I would say would be probably Full Metal, Yu Yu Hakusho, and Code Geass.
Full Metal, I think it got a whole revamp, bro. It got Full Metal Alchemist, and then it got Brotherhood because they knew they did a bad job on the original.
Same way with but he said one that should get more notoriety and stuff. It still should because it still doesn't get mentioned.
I feel like that's a really mainstream anime. I feel like even if people haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist, there are still people that know who Ed and Al are.
You want me to give you one then? This will require a Brotherhood remake with Soul Eater shit. How about that?
Oh,
so what you?
Yeah,
if he got like a Brotherhood remake.
What you
they did it with Shaman King.
This is my final thing I got to say about all this is that y'all was talking percentages and where you can stop at. I think we was good off Sensui or Shinobu Sensui on Yu Yu Hakusho. We didn't have to go to that psychic arc. We didn't have to go to the tournament, the other tournament or the other tournament. We could have been done. We could have been done there and let that nigga walk off into the sunset. We don't need to know what he does when he becomes an adult. I think he would just probably be a cool dude. That's it. Hold on, rock with me for a second. I think he could be like at a coffee shop, just chilling and see a demon every now and then and do some cool shit, talk shit every now and then, go on about his business. That's Yusuke. We did not need to flesh that. We did not need to flesh him out. Look, all right, y'all already gave us the random power up. Okay, your ancestor is a demon god, one of the 3 demon gods. I didn't even know that, but you gave it to me, and I'm cool with that. And y'all went on about y'all business, but they said, no, now niggas got areas.
Well, they rushed it, though.
That's fair. That's fair.
The deadline came in, like the manga was done.
Technically, they did what you did say to get Tama when it ended, when they just stopped stabbing them fools at the end when they went to the coffee shop.
Yeah, I was trying to.
I mean, he is right though. The 3 Kings
they have done a better job of animating it because I like it when they stick to the story. And what you're saying would have changed the main ending, freaking.
And I'm not a big fan of the techno 90s era where they made everything.
I like the old 90s steampunk aesthetic. I thought it was.
You like that? I think it was starting to be too much, even though they drip was getting there. Like it was pretty nice, but and they got away from it.
1993, bro. How old? You know what I mean? How old were you then? You know what I mean?
Or I was.
You see what I mean? You weren't watching.
Is that a manga form now anyway? Oh, it's getting red. Let me just let you know, Zatch Bell 2 is getting
Zatch Bell is fire, and I'm hearing good things about the second Zatch Bell. I've read like the first couple chapters. I ain't dove in yet, but
somebody translated it wrong and called it Zach Bell on Twitter today, and I was like, man, stop, man, stop. I'm not trying to gatekeep you out of here, but if you're gonna translate it right.
But when I read the beginning of the second part of Zatch Bell, I thought it was decent.
Before we go, have anybody seen the new Shaman King remake? It looks good. I like it.
Yeah. It was good.
It get me hyped too.
Like I'm ready.
So it's like Hunter x Hunter.
Like it's just a remake. I hope they keep going with it.
You know,
I can watch that again because I really like the original.
I was say they did a good job modernizing it.
I can't knock it.
Hakusho's writer isn't with us, so they can't get that treatment.
I mean, I've currently just finished Record of Ragnarok, and I have started on the Fate series. So
you watched Record of Ragnarok?
Oh my god, yes. I hate that.
I love to read it, bro. Don't watch it.
I had to finish the season. It's only one season.
Don't watch it. They did a horrible job.
It's a PowerPoint presentation.
I swear.
Joe.
Wait till you read it. You will be like, oh my god.
The picture like it's a PowerPoint. When they punch, they stop. And then they change the font to the next image we put. I said, what the?
Like, bro, they did a horrible job. I was so hyped for it because I was like, I've been telling niggas about Record of Ragnarok. And then I watched it and I was like, I had a whole Michael Corleone moment. I was like, what did you do to my boy?
I mean, I'll see it. I just had to watch it.
The Adam fight justice, because if they would have animated it right, I might have cried.
Yeah, bro. If they animated it like it was depicted on the panel, it would have been wild.
Adam goes so hard.
Think about when they get to Jack the Ripper, bro. Homeboy uses a whole.
Shoot, that's where the season stops. It is at Jack the Ripper's fight.
Season 2 is coming out. I hope. Did they get a new writer?
I hope it's better animated.
I don't know. They announced season 2. I don't know about anything else. I got like a bunch of anime that's gonna start in October.
Bro, the Buddha fight, when they get to the Buddha fight in the second season, and even like when Hades comes in, that story is just so amazing that I hope they do it justice animating it. Please just do better than the first season. Because that first season was bad. I was like, what are you guys doing?
By the way, I'm not Netflix character. They just keep renewing shows that nobody want to see and canceling shows that people like.
They're just trying to keep up with Crunchyroll, and they can't.
They canceled. What's that show they just put out? They canceled, and then they made a season 2 of Resident Evil.
What was the show they did that was based off of League of Legends? It was actually decent. I can't remember the name of it.
The world will never.
We gotta get out of here. Joe, what can they find
man. UniqoWilliams.com for now.
What can they find?
He said for now. Boy, Monray Hudson, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Blur Cartel, overall 99 Buzz. Just look up Monray Hudson.
You already know AfroCommy765 on everything and talking stuff with you. Everything.
Bodies.
Yeah.
That's what you find that Tory name. And you can find me below, my link tree below. This week I'm doing rap shit coming out on Thursday. P Valley, we live on Saturday. So it's a good time. We having a good time. And then we got a lot of shows coming out. We got the new Lord of the Rings series. We got the new Game of the Thrones series. We got Power, Book of Canaan coming out soon. We got She-Hulk come out next week. So it's a lot of shows. I'm doing Sandman, probably coming out the day this come out. So Sandman will probably be out when this come out. I'm reviewing Sandman. We got the Jamie Foxx series. So be here for that. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you care about any of those shows and you want to watch it with your boys. I don't know who's gonna be on each, but whoever there. I appreciate y'all. Peace.
Also, one more night. I Am Group does start tomorrow.
I Am Group starts tomorrow, August 10th. So shout out to that. We out. Peace.
Oh.